video of this session also on my channel? Fine. So the topic that we're going to discuss today is flowchart. The first thing that we need to understand is what is meant by a flowchart. Why do we require a flowchart? Algorithm, what is an algorithm? Algorithm is a set of sequential steps or instructions written in a precise manner for solving a particular problem. Okay, it is a set of sequentially connected steps. That's what we learned yesterday. Now, if you want to represent an algorithm in the form of a picture, okay, so how can you do that? You can do it with the help of a flowchart. Flowchart is nothing but it is a pictorial representation of the steps of an algorithm. What is a flowchart? It is a pictorial representation of a steps of an algorithm. Just underline this definition that is given in your book. Okay, underline it. You have to start from A and underline it till this problem word. So it is a pictorial representation of steps of an algorithm used for solving a particular problem. Okay. Now let's check out the different boxes which we use for writing an algorithm and their functions also. So this is the first box that we use for defining the starting point and ending point. Okay, what is the keyword with which we define the starting point? It is start. And what is the keyword with which we define the ending point for an algorithm? It is stop. That's what we learned yesterday in the online class, right? Now, this is an oval shaped box and it can be used for defining the starting point and ending point of an algorithm, for representing the ending point and starting point of an algorithm. Remember this thing. Okay. Now comes this input output box. In this second step of this algorithm, calculate the sum and average of three numbers. What are we doing in the second step? We are asking the user to input the first number. That's what we are doing, right? So which box are we going to use for representing this step? We will be writing this step inside this input output box. Okay, because what is the function of this input output box? It is written over here. It is used for accepting input, okay, or giving output. It is used for accepting input or giving output. So we will be writing this step 2 inside this input output box when we will be pictographically representing that algorithm in the form of a flowchart. Now comes the third type of box. The name of this box is processing box. Okay, it is used for writing the instructions. Fine. What do we use this rectangular box for? For writing the instructions. Here, in the fifth point, we are giving some instruction to the user. We are using this formula. So, in which box are we required to put this formula? We are required to put this formula in this processing box. I will show it to you how we will write the flowchart. Once you show the pictorial representation of the algorithm, you will be able to understand each and everything. Okay, so the function of these three boxes are clear to everyone?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Via, please go ahead. Tell me, what is your doubt?
पहला है
Beta, you're barely audible. You need to speak loudly, dear.
सर ये जो फर्स्ट है स्टार्ट एंड स्टॉप बॉक्स, तो इसे कैसे करते हैं? मतलब इसे
let me just tell you that. Are you able to see the question here? Here, the example 1, calculate the sum, difference and product of two numbers. देख रहा है बेटा, क्वेश्चन दिख रहा है आपको?
यस सर.
ठीक है. अब if suppose you ask me, sir, how can we write the algorithm of this question? So what is the first step that I'm going to write, or what is the first step that you will write? You will define the starting point, right? आप
Yes.
starting point define करोगे. What will you write in the starting point?
Start.
Step one colon,
Yes.
फिर उसके बाद क्या लिखोगे आप? Start. That's what you will
Start.
write. Am
Yes.
I right, dear? This is what
Yes.
you will write. Now, if you
Yes.
want to represent that first step,
Sir, you are muted.
just a second here. Now is it fine? Now am I audible to you guys?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
If you want to represent that first step in the form of a flowchart or in the form of a picture, pictorial representation of that step will be like this. Okay, क्या करा है हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे? We have हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे ये oval shaped box draw करा है, and after that what we have written inside this oval shaped box? Start.
Start.
This is how you are going to define the starting point. This is how you can represent the starting point in the form of a picture. Okay, while you are drawing the flow chart. Okay, so this is first step. Now, what is the second step that you are going to write?
Enter
Either
the first number.
enter the first number. Fine. So you are taking the input from the user. So in which box are you going to write down that step? Let me just show you how you can write down the algorithm. Just give me a short moment. So for that I will be using PowerPoint software. ठीक है, इसमें हमें we can find all the types of boxes in this. Just hold on for a moment.
Yes, sir.
So this, are you all able to see this PowerPoint page on your screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now let's come on this. Sorry. Let's come on this insert option. Okay. And so the first thing that we need is an oval shaped box, right? Where is that oval shaped box? Where can I find that oval shaped box? Okay, let's make use of this one. Well, this is not an oval shaped box. Insert shapes. Okay, let's make use of this one. Fine. So here inside this, I'm going to write down start.
Start.
So this is the first thing that we need to do when we are writing an algorithm. Suppose we need to write the algorithm for this question. Calculate the sum of two numbers. For this question, we have to write an algorithm. Now, how are we going to do that? So in an oval shaped box, first of all, we will be defining the starting point like this. Okay. Now, in order to represent the flow of control, okay, where from we need to make use of, just a second, we need to make use of these arrows. Okay, so we will be putting an arrow like this. Fine. And now okay, this is fine. After that, what is the second step that I'm going to write in the algorithm? If suppose you ask, if I'll ask you to write an algorithm to calculate the sum of two numbers, what is the second step you are going to write? You need to write.
Enter the first number.
That is absolutely right, dear. Enter the first number or input the first number. That's what you have to write. Now, for for inputting the number, what is the box that we are going to use out of these boxes over here? We have got these these boxes. Out of these boxes, which box are we going to use for
Input output box.
that is
Input
absolutely
second one.
right. We will be using this input output. Let's check out where can we find where can we get that box from. So it is a parallelogram gram kind of thing that we need to find out.
Sir, it's in basic shapes.
It's in basic shapes, dear. Where is that? In which line it is in the basic shapes? I'm not able to find it actually.
The first one.
First one. This one you're talking about.
Yes.
This is not a parallelogram. Okay.
Sir, this
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we can make use of this. Okay. So we are going to put it like this. Fine. Now inside this, we are going to write down input the first number and we will store it in a variable. What is a variable? Can anyone tell me what is a variable?
uh,
The variable is a program which is stored in the number. We can
variable
store
stores
a
the
variable
data.
is a program that stores the
Variable,
numbers.
dear, variable is not a program, dear.
Variable is a store, like a
Variable is a storeroom. It's like a storeroom or it's like a storehouse where we can store the values.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the second step. This is how we need to write down the second step. Now, what is the third step that we are going to write down? We need to write down.
Sir, input the second number.
Excellent, dear. Input the second number. So we are going to copy this from here and we can put it over here like this. We need to input the second number. That is absolutely correct, dear. Okay, so we can do it like this. And we need to change the variable also here, right?
Yes.
That's how we can change the variable. Now, what is the fourth step? This is first step, this is second, this is third. What is the fourth step that you are going to write down?
Sum.
Calculate the sum.
Calculate the sum. Now,
Calculate
that is
the sum.
absolutely right. Now, if you want to calculate something, you require a formula for that. Okay.
Yes.
Now, for defining a step in which we are writing a formula, what is the box that we require? This is the box. That the name of this is processing box.
Processing box.
Absolutely right. So we require a processing box. First of all, let's copy this direction sign.
Sir, can I tell?
And
Sir, in step 5, we will calculate the sum of 3 entered for 2 entered numbers.
Divyansh, the question was calculate the sum of two numbers. It was not three numbers, it was two numbers.
Two numbers.
Sorry, sir. Calculate the sum of 2 entered numbers.
That is right, dear. Or else you can write it like this also, calculate the sum. Sum, how we will calculate the sum? Using this formula. Right, that's how we will be calculating the sum. Am I right, dear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, just a second. What has happened to this?
Sir, the
Okay.
screen is
So now, if you want to, let me just put it here. No, otherwise I'll not be able to. Okay. So now, if you want to, what are you going to write down in the fifth step?
print
Print sum. What?
sum.
Which box are we need to use for printing the result? What is the name of the box? Which box are that is not right, dear. We will be using input output box. See, it is written over here. It is used for accepting input and giving output.
Given out.
Okay, now you understood this thing?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear to every one of you? So we will be using this input output box, right? So let's copy this direction sign. Let's put it here, and then what we need to do is input output box we require, right? So we'll be copying this thing and put it like this. Print the sum. Okay, that's how we can write down. Now, what else are we What else do we require to mention? We are required to mention the ending point also. So let's
Stop.
copy this thing, and
We will write, sir, we will write stop.
Sir,
that is
stop.
absolutely right.
We will write stop.
That is absolutely right. So we are going to write, we need to write stop at there.
Okay.
Have
now
you
I
all
can-
understood? Have you
Yes,
all
sir.
understood how can we
Yes,
draw
sir.
a flowchart for an algorithm?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
In case, yes, who's this? Who is not able to understand? Anvi, is this you who is saying that I'm not able to understand?
Sir, the
No.
voice was came from Anvi's side only.
Okay. Anvi, everything is clear to you, dear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, dear. So this is how we can draw a flowchart for a particular algorithm. Now let me just show you one more thing. Here we have written input the first number A in first step, and now we are repeating the same thing in the second step. Right? That's
Sir,
what we
can
are
I
doing.
take a
Input.
screenshot for
Yes,
this?
sir.
Beta, you can refer to the video. I'm going to upload the recorded video of this session on my channel. Okay, don't worry about that. So input the first number is written in the first step, and input the second number is written in the second step. Now, in order to reduce the number of steps, I can make a change like this. Input the two numbers A
I like it
And
is
B.
written in
And
book.
B. A and B.
A and B.
Okay, and I'm going to remove this stuff from here.
Sir, why do we write A, B in bracket?
Because they are variables, my dear. That is the reason. Yesterday only I told you that if you are mentioning, if you are making use of variables in your algorithm, you need to enclose them in. You need to enclose them in round brackets. Yesterday only I told you. Okay. So if you want to reduce the number of steps you have used in the algorithm, you can do it like this. Is this thing clear to every one of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
Yes, sir.
let's come on the question that is given in your book. So this is the decision box that we use for checking the condition.
In the program.
These for checking the condition here. For example, if suppose I ask you to enter two numbers and print the greatest number out of the two. Okay, so you have to check a condition first. Na? For example, if suppose the
Sir,
first
am I
number
audible to
you have
you?
entered in variable A and the second number you have entered in variable B. So there you have to check a condition. If A is greater than B, print A. Otherwise, print B. So that's where you need these decision boxes in order to check the condition. Okay, and these are known as flow lines. Okay, beta, when we will discuss this question, you will be able to understand it. Okay, these are known as flow lines. These direction lines are known as flow lines. It tells us that where what is the flow, what is the direction in which the program is flowing. Right now the program is flowing from top to bottom. यहाँ पे आप देखोगे तो डायरेक्शन साइन नीचे की तरफ है ना.
Yes, sir.
So it means that the program is flowing from top to bottom. अगर मैं इन्हें उल्टा कर दूंगा तो इसका मतलब क्या हो जाएगा? That program is flowing from bottom to top. Okay, so they tells a user in which direction the program is flowing. Flow of the direction in which the program is flowing. That's what we represent with the help of these flow lines. Now let's come on this example. Calculate the sum, difference and product of two numbers. So what we have done here, the first thing that we did is we defined the starting point.
Starting point.
What do we require for calculating the sum, difference and product of two numbers? The first thing that we require is two numbers. So that is the reason we have written input two numbers A and B. ठीक है, वो चीज यहाँ पे लिखी. Now we need to calculate the sum first. So for calculating the sum, the box that we will be using is the processing box, rectangular box. तो हमने यहाँ पे एक rectangular box use कर दिया. Now we need to print the output. So this is how we will print the output using this, parallelogram. We will use this parallelogram or processing box for presenting the output. Input output box for giving the output. Now after calculating the sum, we need to calculate the difference. Okay, so the way we have calculated the sum and printed the sum, in the same way we will be calculating the difference, printing the difference, and in the same way we will be calculating the product and printing the product. And once we are done with all the three things, we need to define the end point of the flowchart. So that's how we can define. Is this thing clear to every one of you?
Yes, sir.